Welcome to the consciousness, a place to expand and explore and discover. Richard und Kirchnan con Vishnata Veniro, Blansai Tikosa Vin se Eshonda Iko, Niram Karashton Ikra, Van Hook Rasaid Vishnon Kishnapa, Kala Kushnantia, Kansho Devi. Namrek Kastotren Kyotam Vininasho Granshade Vino Pransa. Triangle of life. Life is made up of concepts which create beliefs, which create the consensus reality. But within that is residing you. To begin to recognize how beliefs have created your life. These concepts that arrive from beliefs become the guiding points in your experience. Your experience becomes the consensus reality, the reality the world believes. It's very interesting to realize that this world is founded upon beliefs, which makes it very conditional. When you look around you, you see people living out their beliefs that have risen from concepts about what is. It's foolish for the human to believe that that's it. That is just the package. What's in the package? Very few people have courage to open up the package. They're content with living in their beliefs and concepts, living a conditional life, possibly hoping for something to be different. But until you are able to change some of those points, you change beliefs, you change concepts, which changes the conditional reality of your life. You change concepts, it alters your beliefs and changes the conditionality of your life. So to recognize how much you are affected by these beliefs around you, this consensus reality. Those in charge say, this is what it is. But what it is founded upon beliefs. And where do these beliefs come from? Someone has a thought, and it seems possible, it seems real. That must be it. I believe that is life. But the amusing thing to me is that no one really knows what life is. You break it down into its components, and you wind up with cells. And these cells are actually light. So the bottom line is you really are light. Imagine that, you're light. That blows apart all the beliefs and concepts and conditioning about what life is. So we are created through our beliefs. We are created through our concepts, and that forms a consensus reality that becomes the world. This is the way it is. What if you move beyond that? What if you suddenly realize, I won't have any beliefs before me? Now, the intellect says, well, that's impossible. You're just a belief. That's a belief. No. The reality, actuality of this existence is there's nothing. It's all made up. That's kind of scary when you think about it. It's all made up. What are we? Well, we are light. We are the light of the consciousness. And that's forever expanding, gaining more and more experiences and possibilities. The consciousness is about achieving the unknown, transcending all possibilities, beliefs, and concepts, to see there's more, to realize the cosmic consciousness of existence is far beyond what the intellect can comprehend. We make stories up about it, but these stories are like telling stories to children. Oh, the boogeyman is not under the bed. He's hiding in the closet. Don't look, though. Don't look. That's too scary. Life, the experience, the connection is indeed scary. When we look around us, we see what's happening in the world. We see how humanity has achieved certain points, has risen above the limitations, and fall right back into them. We're in an experience now of falling back into old conditions, beliefs, and concepts. We struggle so hard to move beyond those. And then to have the foundation whipped out from under you, and there you are. What are we? What are we doing? What is this experience? Believe. You believe, you experience, you create a concept which creates conditions. And there you are again. To say, I will have no beliefs before me is an astounding statement when you recognize the truth of it. Now, the intellect says, well, that's a belief too. Well, we can say everything's a belief. So which beliefs will we choose that we can live with? It becomes about how shall I live? How shall I function in a world that is in disarray and in chaos and fear? You can live in that. You can be fearful. You can be afraid of life, afraid of things, worrying all the time. But that doesn't get you anywhere. It just keeps you bedded in a fear, of doubt. And what if? What if life is not what you believe it to be? What if life is far beyond the grasp of consensus reality and conditions? What is life more than that? The consciousness, the all that is, the absolute, is beyond all description, limitations, and beliefs. It exists. And because it exists, Everything else exists. So there's purpose. There's purpose to this life, to the experience, but we don't want to get caught in that. Because the moment you get caught in it, you have established a belief and condition and concept about possibilities, which is very limiting. To begin to break down those components and begin to recognize just what is this physical existence. The simplest way to see it is it's a bunch of molecules flying around different points. And we make sense of these points by calling them something. But is that what they are? You see, it's important that you begin to question the reality by which you live. For as you keep this reality, you remain stuck. So we could say, I'll have no realities before me, which eliminates beliefs, concepts, and conditioning. The reality of this existence is there's no existence. You see, existence is in the mind. It's a consequence. It's a product of beliefs and concepts. So what do we have when you take all it away? You have light. Light is the underlying force of creation. It allows itself to take shape and form and experience. But we must never get caught in that experience or that shape, because that's like a prison. And the only way to get out of that is to die. But we are about living. How shall we live? You can live as the consciousness, the very presence that is light. And the experience of that will transform the world around you. You'll live in a bubble of absolute knowing, and the world around you will still be in its consensus and belief. What does that do? If there is one that has achieved a higher awareness, it opens the door to greater possibilities for all. So it's not a selfish endeavor. It's about lifting, creating a place for humanity to go beyond the limitations, beliefs, or concepts. We become open to a higher possibility. We become open to what we think we are is not what we are. It's just what we think we are. When you cease thinking about this through belief, concepts, and conditioning, what's left? What's left is light, the very foundation of all of creation, with no boundary, no limit. We live in darkness because of fear, of doubt, which is beliefs and concepts and conditioning again. We live separately within this realm of higher possibilities, not recognizing what's available. To open yourself to the higher frequency of this existence is the step to take. Just to be open to the possibility. And that possibility can take you beyond your belief. You'll wake up to yourself and say, oh, that's not what it is after all. I'm far more than that. Can't be bound even by this skin. You extend yourself beyond. Now, the intellect says, you're crazy, Ishvara. You just dropped off the deep end. Well, the deep end is the place where life takes place. The deep end is the place where transformation takes place. The deep end is the place where transcendence takes place. So, you can remain stuck in a physical reality of separation, doubt, and fear, or you can step out into the light and become the light itself. It's a whole different way of being once you recognize the real truth of yourself. To realize there is no truth. You make it up as you go along. So why not create, recreate, transform, transcend, go beyond everything you've been taught. Go beyond all the beliefs around us that says this is the way it is. You can't say this is the way it is because the moment you say that, it changes. Because you recognize. And when you recognize, something transforms. You can live blindly in the world, stuck in the consensus reality and the conditions, or you can take the blinders off and begin to see the possibilities that abound in this life, things that go beyond. So take heart. We live in reality of expanding existence. And all those in fear, those that want to control, really have no power. They're just a lot of words, actions that have no foundation, founded upon a belief. I'm right, you're wrong. This is mine, and I'll keep it. You can't have it. It's so strange how possessive people become because of their belief. And their belief causes them to want everyone else to have the same belief. They march. They create wars. They create calamities because of their belief. To live in freedom from beliefs is the object of our existence. To move beyond more what we thought, beyond the moreness of this, to see the allness of it. It's like the first time to see the sunrise. It's amazing. It's also scary. So to drop your beliefs and concepts and conditioning can be scary because you're so used to them. And the intellect lives in that's the way it is. But to open your eyes, you begin to see there is no way it is. There's only what you think it is. Your thinking is the channel for this belief, for this condition, for this concept. It's the channel for that. Change the channel. What happens? You begin to see the world differently. You see the foolishness of humankind as it destroys the environment, as it destroys itself, as it destroys others. So what kind of survival is that? And it all comes from beliefs. Beliefs in the other. Beliefs in another power. Beliefs in something outside. The only thing outside is light. The light of the consciousness. That's all that's there. But it doesn't control. Religions and philosophies and beliefs and concepts and law control. They attempt to control. But it's a losing battle. Because you cannot contain the consciousness that is light. You cannot hold it back. You may temporarily derail it, but it always comes back in full force. So we can live in this attitude of all rightness, just being with what is, knowing that it has no real power unless you believe in it. So Believe in yourself and drop the rest, because the rest is just a lie. The only thing that's true is your very heart, core of your existence. The only thing that is true is the light that you are. So we say, may the light be with you and light up your world and transform your life and help you to transcend into a higher level of existence, in a higher expression of light, deepening the awareness of greater possibilities through the consciousness.
Shantara says, thanks, Ishvara.
You're welcome, Shantara.
And Johanna says, thank you, Ishvara. Much love. Light to light.
Thank you, Johannes.
Anna and Slava say, thank you, Ishvara.
Thank you.
And Todd says, I've always enjoyed the deep end. Thank you, Ishvara.
Welcome to the deep end.
And he adds much love.
Thank you for being with us today. And thank you for all that you are and all that you can be. Thank you for your love and support.